Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Krista.
So today we're going to be finishing our lesson on subtracting two-digit numbers without using regrouping. And if you guys remember from earlier this week, we've been using a tens and a ones chart to help us solve our word problems, just like you guys have your tens and your ones charts in front of you. At the end of our lesson today, we're going to have a 10-minute quiz. And if you guys get at least 5 questions right, I've created this fun game here where you get to move your player. You'll start on the start, and if you get 5 questions right, you'll move him all the way to 5, which brings you to the finish line. So you can either choose treasure box or extra playtime for getting at least 5 questions correct. So before we start our quiz, I want to go over some problems with you to make sure everybody understands our lesson. Gloria, would you like to volunteer to go over some problems? And we'll use your tens and your ones chart.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the word problem. Listen for any numbers that stand out, and you can put it on your tens and your ones chart. And don't forget, what do these stand for?
These are the tens.
Those are our tens, and what about the pennies?
The pennies, you said to us they were the ones.
Those are the ones. So tens and ones.
Okay.
And listen for any hint words in our word problem that let you know that we're subtracting, okay? Are you ready? The first problem. Susie brought 25 cookies to share with her class for her birthday. Did any numbers stand out to you there?
25.
25. So let's go ahead and why don't you put 25 on your tens and your ones chart.
10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25.
Very good. So I'm going to finish reading. There are only 14 children in Susie's class. How many cookies will be left over? So is that one of our hint words? How many will be left over? That lets us know that we're subtracting, right? Okay, so how many are we going to take away from our 25? We said there's only 14 children in her class.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Very good. And now let's count how many are still on our tens and our ones chart to let us know how many cookies she's going to have left over. And do it out loud so that everyone can hear you.
10 and 11.
11, and that was the answer. Good job.
Yay.
Okay, clear off your tens and your ones chart. And let's go over another problem, okay? I'll read to you the word problem, and as I'm reading, listen to the numbers that you can put down on your tens and your ones chart. Marco went for a walk to find rocks to add to his collection. He found 35 rocks total. So that's our first big number. So go ahead and put the 35 on your tens and your ones chart.
10,
And good job. Count out loud while you do it so everybody can hear.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Great job. 23 of the rocks were brown, and the rest were white. How many of the rocks were white? So out of all of these 35, how many were brown?
I forgot. What was
If you want to look at the word problem, 23 were brown, and the rest of them are white. So we're going to be subtracting the 23 brown rocks to show us how many white ones are left. So if you want to go ahead and take away the 23,
10,
that were brown,
20, 21, 22, 23.
Great. So how many of the rocks were white? How many is left on our chart? Do it out loud so
10,
everyone can hear.
11, 12.
So 12 white rocks out of the 35 total, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. You got the answer right.
Yay.
Good job. Now, do you want to show us on the board so that everyone can see our last problem before our quiz to make sure nobody has any questions?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Thank you for being a volunteer. So, do you want to use the red or the black marker?
The red.
The red marker, here you go. I'm going to read the word problem, and you need to listen for any numbers. And here's our key right here, just like we were doing on our own chart with the 10s and the 1s. The bar equals 10, and the circles are what equals the 1s. That's what you're going to draw on the chart here for everyone to see, okay? Are you ready? Sebastian and Gloria are making brownies for their family reunion. There will be 45 family members at the reunion. There's our first number.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Good job.
41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Great. So far, Sebastian and Gloria have made 32 brownies. How many more brownies do they need to have enough for everybody? So if we have our 45 brownies here, they've only made 32. So we need to find out how many more do they have to make so that everybody gets one. When we see that word, how many more, that lets us know what are we doing?
Subtracting.
We're subtracting to find how many more we need. So why don't you go ahead and show us the rest of that problem? Subtract 32 brownies from the 45 that we need. And do it out loud so everybody hears.
10, 20, 30.
Okay.
31,
Don't forget it's 32.
32.
Great job. And that lets us know how many more we still need to make. Let's count.
10, 11, 12, 13.
13, and that's the answer. Good job.
Yay!
Now, we're done with that, and we're going to start our quiz. And you guys, remember you have 10 minutes to finish our quiz, and you can use your 10s and your 1s chart to help you if you need it at your table. And if you get at least 5 of the questions right, you guys are going to be rewarded with either extra playtime during recess or with Treasure Box, which we have right over here. And we get to do it using our fun board game that I've created. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to place your guy on start. I'm going to hand out your quiz, and you can use your chart. I'll let you know when to start. We have 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns before we start our quiz? Do you understand everything you're supposed to do? Okay. Ready? Begin. Good job, Gloria. All right, class, time is up. So go ahead and put your pencils down and shake off your boards. Clear them off. And I'm going to go ahead and grade your quizzes one by one, and we'll do our fun little game to see who is going to get either Treasure Box or more playtime. Remember, you have to get at least 5 right, okay? Gloria, I'm going to go ahead and do your quiz first, okay? Listen, because I'll tell you to move your piece on the board. So you got your first question right. You can move to your first space.
Hey!
And I'm going to keep going through them. Very good. There's your second one. Move to 2 questions right on the board.
Yay!
And then you got the third one right too. Good job.
Yay.
Go ahead and move it to that one. All right, so I'm checking the last few. You need 2 more to get the reward, okay? Okay, good job. You can move it 2 more places.
Yay!
You got those last 2 problems right, and now you move to the finish line and put your guide. Do you want Treasure Box or extra playtime during recess?
Treasure Box.
Treasure Box? Good job. I can tell you studied your notes last night
Yay!
and did your homework.
Thank you, Miss
Good
Krista.
job.
I love it.
And the rest of you, we're going to go ahead and keep practicing and try to get 5 questions right on next week's quiz.
Yay!